What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy the D here, aka the captain of the Thunder God Pirates, back for an exciting chapter of One Piece today. It's gonna be One Piece chapter 1053, New Emperors. Now, yet again, before we get into that, you know, YouTuber shit, gotta like, if you like what you heard, definitely like, comment, let me know what you thought, and also subscribe so you'll be updated to when I upload. Now, let's go ahead and get right into it. First, we start at Pangea Castle in Marijua. I can speak, I promise. One of the Goro say, short bald with a patch on his head and handlebar mustache, he's asking, what is that picture doing there? We never had a chance to approve this, and I'm certain I told you to remove the D off the name. Then he's talking to some man, random marine, some guy with a scar going from his mouth to his eye. He says he was never informed that the photograph came straight from Guernica. Now, Guernica, we don't know that person, except we kind of do. That was the lone surviving CP0 agent who escaped Wano by using moonwalk to get away. And so but Goro say he's like, okay, I don't care, we'll print them now, but not let those go out in the world. But the Marine tells him we can't get in touch with the printing factory. And then we go to my favorite bird with the word, who is always with the shits, Big News, Morgans. And as he's hearing a Din Mushi or somebody saying stop the presses at once, he's looking at a poster saying, look at that mystical form, carry these far and wide. He's talking to the news too. He says that the last message that was received from Cyclopole after they vanished from Wano was it's Big Mom's ship. And he tells him, I'm not going to let them manipulate this. At moments like this, when the world is in chaos, straight facts, the most interesting news of all. What the hell? Hold on. He says there's nothing like good live entertainment. And laughs about it. The world is in fucking chaos. This man is laughing. So we see around the world, people are reacting to the news that both Kaido and Big Mom, who ruled the seas for decades, have been defeated. And then we get to see the wants posters for Monkey D. Luffy, Eustace Captain Kid, and Trafalgar D. Waterlaw, which I'm guessing that nobody still knows about the D in his name. And each of them have received a whopping 3 billion berry bounty on their heads. Now, I know some people were expecting Luffy to get like 5 billion. He's gonna be the highest. I'm like, no, not yet. Luffy's bounty isn't gonna hit that high threshold till at least the final arc. I'm not talking about after, like with the final war or the last arc. I'm talking about probably the arc or two before that. Like if he beats Blackbeard, like let's say the final antagonist of the story is the Marines, okay? In terms of beats the world government, they're the final antagonist. For a fact, he's gonna fight Blackbeard. I think once he's fought Blackbeard, going into fighting the world government, then I think he'll get that highest bounty, that 6 billion, that 5.6 billion or 6 billion, back berry bounty. Right now, it's too early. So then we cut back to where the Polar Tang, the Thousand Sunny, and I think it's the Maria Punk. It's something Punk. The kid pirate ships. Apu's there, because he came and he handed them the posters or whatnot in the news, and he's like, where'd Kid go? And Killer's walking off. He's like, yeah, he's probably at the capital. And then the rest of the kid pirates are like, oh, they're having a party. Let's go ahead and see what's happening. And Law is like, oh my god. This is going to be a shit show. You'll see later. So then we cut back to the Imperial Palace, and there's this one cook. He is making a smorgasbord of traditional Japanese dishes, Wano dishes in the universe, of traditional hosenigori, which he calls a meal fit for a shogun. Turns out Luffy and everybody else got tired waiting. Jinbei's the only one there. So then we cut to the capital, and there's yakisoba, takoyaki, traditional Japanese festival, cotton candy, grilled squid. So Luffy's running around eating food, Chopper's running around loving the cotton candy, and Yamato's there. And then, in the background, we see the citizens. And even then, we see Hiyori, who's being called the Moon Princess, on top of the platform playing her Shimisen. getting down, if I do say so myself. But it's then that we cut back to the Imperial Castle and cut back to the basement, where Robin's looking at some stuff, and she is dubious to Tengumaru, who waltzes in. And then he goes on to say, that's not Kokishu doll collection. Aren't they just the cutest? And Robin just playing like, not really. And he's like, well, dang. And she asks him, so why is your collection here? Oh, he said it tells her, this is the room where I keep my hobbies. And he then goes on to tell her, I was in prison here for several years, you see. She was like, wait a minute, what were you in prison for? You were a blacksmith. Which he responds, yeah, I forge a little bit, when it comes to swords, but it was only for fun. And then he says that ruling the kingdom can be so tiring. He starts taking off his mask, and we see his real face, and he tells us his real name. Kozuki Sugiyaki, the father of Kozuki Oden. Now, I think this reveal doesn't do too much to kind of kill the stakes, because if you listen to my reviews before, especially because today's episode was about Hyogoro after he was ice only, and then his death was kind of played up, then it never really happened. This I can live with, even though it brings into question how the fuck all this shit was like happening, because he goes on to say that Momo doesn't know, he has no intention of telling him, because he's the guy who allowed all this shit to happen. Now, for a long time, I always blamed Oden. Because think about it. When he came back to get the poneglyph for Roger, he didn't go. Roger went with somebody else. I think he went with one of the scabbards. And Oden just sat like this, facing away from his home. He was like, I know something's different, but I can't look at it or I'm never going to leave you. And I get that. I understand. But what he could have done, you had the most powerful pirate of the day there to help. Like, all he had to do was look at the shit and like, yo, Roger, I know we gotta get the poneglyph, we can get that shit in like 10 minutes. You think we can fix this shit? Roger and Oden on top of Rayleigh in his prime with Scopper and then the rest of the Roger pirates. That shit would have been a foregone conclusion. So, I guess now, because the way it worked out was kind of wonky, we thought he'd been dead. But I guess, the Kurozumi elders must have kind of, tripped him and imprisoned him. Although it's kind of weird. Why did they just kill him? What use was leaving him alive? But anyway, he goes on to say that after he escaped, he saw what happened and he wanted to kill himself, but Robin immediately stops him. She's like, look, that's all fine, well and good. But she tells him that I'm certain that somewhere in this country is the ancient weapon, Pluton. She then goes on to say that the poneglyph in alabaster sits here, to which he with a grimace on his face. It is. But then we cut away to the excavation camp in Udon. A loud explosion, and the scene is grim. We see multiple gifters and brains of the beast pirates being impaled by what look like roots from the earth, on top of being where they're not husked themselves. We then see King being ensnared and stabbed in his chest, what looks like to be his heart. And even then, Queen is emaciated and impaled as well. And it looks like something's being sucked out of him. And then we see somebody go over and stomp on the Queen. Some cat in black pants and a coat. And he told him, I want you to test me. Like, somebody like me with my responsibility can't be beaten by pirate subordinates. And then we see that the Navy doesn't have any manpower to go around sending cleanup. You're just who I thought you were. And then we see in full view Navy headquarters admiral Ryokuji, real name Aramaki. And we even see his fingers are elongated like roots. So, for a long time in the community, we were speculating on his powers. Some people thought it might be like radiation, because we got Fujitora with gravity. Then we got Horse Uno, Fusitor with light. And we thought his might be some type of energy. Some people even thought it might be like a mythical zone, which it still could be, but in this case, it looks like it's got something. One theory that's stuck around has been the plant theory. Like his shit has something to do with plants. And last chapter, which I didn't go over, we saw him flying to Wano, riding a flower like a fucking helicopter. And even now, we see he uses plants to deadly effect. Although it might be armament because the finger part, like they're elongated, so go with me on this one. The finger parts are light, and the tips, where like the tip of the finger would be, are dark color. Remember, it's manga. It's white and black. That's either blood, which yet again, when you saw some of the husks, they went in regular colored, but they came out dark, so that's blood. So it's either blood or armament hockey or both. But then we see him talking to somebody, and he's asking to send him a battleship, and then not to Sakazuki, and that he loves the guy's attitude. He wants congratulations from him, so he's a Sakazuki kiss ass. And he's there. He's holding Luffy's new wanted poster. He's like, I'm gonna bring him this kid's head. So we cut to the flower capital of Luffy, you know, standing on top of everybody, you know, saying, yeah, you know, what's up, you know, that whole shit. You know, it's congratulating them. But we see Momonosuke, yet again, still weird to see him older, looking up at Luffy. And we see a flashback of him still in dragon form after Luffy defeated Kaido. Don't tell Wano about it. And Momo was like, wait a minute, why not? They should know that you're their savior. I'll be a hero. And we all know Luffy thinks heroes gotta share their meat. He don't like that shit. So anyway, so going along, we see Kid rush Luffy, saying that he's gonna get rid of him. And Luffy just wraps him up with his arm, pulls him in, you know, doing the buddy thing. A spectacular fireworks display explodes above them. Then we see different people. We see Sanji, Nami, Zoro's there, he's fine. Romaine Scabbards, Tama. And we see like everybody just, you know, just looking on and just being happy. You see the Kid pirates, the Heart pirates. And then, so the Kid finally slaps Luffy's hand away from like, why are you wrapping me up? Just look at this. I came here to eliminate you. I've got no idea what happened in the outside world, but, and then in a big, beautiful spread, we see the new four emperors. Red-haired Shanks, Blackbeard, Marshall D. Teach, Straw Hat, Monkey D. Luffy, and the most surprising of all, the Genius Jester, Buggy the Clown. And then, to end out the chapter, we see Ryoko Greenwood walking towards the flower capital. And we see, you know, he's getting kind of close. We see Onigashima right there, the flower capital further in the distance. And he even says to himself, I don't know what the hell y'all are celebrating. The world's got no room to celebrate. The outside world is a goddamn mess. And the chapter ends. Now, real quick, remember, a couple weeks ago I was going to cover this, but didn't have time. Anyway, we're entering the final saga. Not the final arc, the final saga of One Piece. And in order to prepare for that, to get his mind right, to get ready for this last push, the saga, not arc, saga, Oda's gonna take a month break. So this chapter 1053, it's gonna be the last chapter until July 24. So for next month, if you're not caught up, catch up. If you're caught up, reread, get your shit in order, because it's going down next time. So we're still gonna be in Wano. I thought at least this chapter we're gonna be at Wano. No. So we still got a little bit more to do in Wano, but we haven't happened. So shit's gonna turn up. It's gonna turn up. Because we gotta stew with theorize and whatever, because this is weird. The reason I say this, Buggy. Because there are a couple things that we've been kind of sitting on for the longest. First, Reverie. What the fuck happened with Sabo? Because remember, it's been a couple years since we even touched on it. We still don't know. Haven't got a hint. What happened to Sabo? Is he dead? Is he alive? Is he captured? What's going on with that? Second, the Warlords. With the abolition of the Warlord system, A, their new bounties. B, the fuck is Buggy of all people doing being a warlord? Because I thought it was gonna be Luffy and maybe Kid or Law. I was leaning towards Kid, you know, that's my guy. But Buggy, what the fuck did he do? And third, Blackbeard. Because remember, when they were going out after the warlords, remember what he said, we're not gonna let them have them. Let's move out. He was gathering his crew to do something. So I think he's kind of in this shit too. So his bounty may be higher than it was last time. But like I said, we got a month until the final saga begins. But like I said, thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate you. Hope you have a wonderful day. This has been your boy, the D, signing out. See ya.